We got to get the white car ready for tonight, as tonight's going to be one of the trickier tracks that we get down on the front side. We race a lot of no prep grudge style. We are on race 2 of the Tremec Point Series stick shift stuff that we got going on here in Ohio. You win around, you sign up, get points towards a brand new Tremec T56 Magnum. Tonight we're headed to a track that's a true outlaw no prep track. Magnolia Motorsports Park. It used to be called Tadden Gyms. Got some things that we've had issues with the car. We've had an ignition issue and putting the coil on plug on. We still run the TFI, which has worked really well for us. But tonight's going to be a little bit of a different venue. We definitely don't want the moon tune in this type of a scenario. We got to check the ignition. We got to check the back because we heard some rattlings, and I got to set up some weight transfer. And we just basically got to get ready to stick shift because, you know, stick shift is... it's an animal by itself, just trying to race a stick shift car. Definitely not the easiest of tracks to get down, much like it is on the street. That's why I like racing this style racing. And I don't really care what type of racing it is. Racing is racing. I enjoy it all. So we got a long day ahead of us. We're going to travel, we're going to race, and then we're going to come home. And hopefully we'll take some of this money home that we got sitting here. So the main objective here is to go out on the street real quick. When the car gets hot, it likes to break up. That's the problem we were having with the ignition. We're going to try to fix some of those issues before we race tonight. We're not going to go out here and make a big hit on the car. We're just trying to get it warm because that's where it seems like it wanted to cut up. So I'm just kind of taking it for a cruise. Needless to say, we need to get coil on plug in this car anyways. I shouldn't be having to worry about stupid ignition problems the day of a race. We were definitely breaking tires loose in 3rd and 4th right there on the street. That's a good problem to have. Had a bad harness. Got water in the harness. I don't know. It was grounding itself out. I don't know. Okay, well, that's a pretty good sign. The car's been running really, really good, and I don't like to mess with anything, but basically what it's doing is it just cuts out. Like after the motor gets warm or whatever, it just, you know, you can watch the TAC do this a couple times and it just starts losing signal. And I should data log it, but I didn't get a chance to do it. But we changed the harness. Our trailer's skylight's been cracked for a while, so our whole hood was wet. We think water got in here and got right down on the distributor. You can see the distributor's like literally right there. This has happened before, and we chased our tails with it before, but I just think the harness just gets wet and it starts grounding itself out, which isn't a good thing. We just need to go to coil on plug. Before we get this thing loaded, we're gonna go ahead and take the slicks and we're gonna flip them. About 4th gear pull, damn near put it into a ditch out there. So it's definitely making some good power. Check the suspension real quick and we'll get it loaded into the trailer.
I can't breathe and I catch my breath, but I keep chasing that same.
Well, I guess we're here. As long as we got enough room to bring the car up and work on it, and it's not in muddy. It is great. All right, we're gonna go check the track. It's supposed to be pretty slow. I don't know, man. It looks pretty good. Yeah. This is definitely got a lot of concrete on it, so we're going to turn the car down. We're going to go back to base tune. But this is Mags. What I wanted to check was the 300-foot mark. When you start getting out of this transition, out of the launch pad, you start getting a little sketch. Can't put too much power in it. But yeah, once you get off this pad here, you get little spots. See them? So this is the last time on this track that we're going to be racing with this type of a surface. After this race, the whole track's getting tore up and all brand new pavement's going down all the way 200 past the shutdown. So the next time we do a video here at Mags, it's going to be a completely brand new surface. But we get one more run at probably one of the most sketchiest tracks in Ohio. Unfortunately for this video, I'm only going to be able to get as much footage as I have. There's some great footage from Spooled Media and 660 TV here on YouTube that shows the whole venue. Standard operating procedure with the no prep here at Mags. We line up for the driver's meeting at about 6 o'clock, all classes. We determine run order, we get our chips drawn, and we go get ready for round 1. Tonight we got 9 stick shift cars on the field, and we have 400 on the winner's pot, 300 on the runner-up pot, and we actually have a second chance race that can win 300 as well. So we've changed the stick shift game up a little bit this year. So big thanks to D-Team for letting me run with it. We got a chance to see Jerry Barrick at Bunker Hill Fabrication, which sponsors the runner-up class, as well as some of the staff from D-Team. Always a pleasure to hang out with these guys. But it was time for the first round, so we got to get rolling.
Cars. We got an LS Camaro, we got an S550, we got a GT350, a Civic, Cadillac, RX-7. We definitely got quite a differentiation of like stick shift cars. I love that part.
Definitely wasn't a good pass, but we went A to B, and this type of surface, that's all you can hope for. On to the next round, where we pulled a buy run, which means that you get a chance to just make a pass in the car. So we're going to put this car up on a lick and go in the right lane and see how that is.
All right, so we did pretty good on the first pass. We drew the Civic. Looks like he might have had some issues at the line or whatever, but I mean, our pass wasn't slow, but for this car, it's pretty slow. But we went A to B, and we still had some power in it, you know. Yeah, we don't normally come through in third gear, but that's just kind of where we're at right now. This track is not fast. Matter of fact, we might even take some more power out of it, put more on the scramble, and then maybe even put some more weight in it. I don't know. All right, so we're down to 5 cars. I'm taking a buy run this run. Cody's going to be racing John Askey, and Chris Markham's going to be racing JP Rosillo in the LS swap RX-7.
I do want to make a shout to the stick shift guys that did show up. You're talking about 1,000 horsepower plus cars, 5-second passes. These guys are throwing it down on this pavement with me. It's really awesome to get 9 cars at one spot, especially at an outlaw track like this. This was our second round buy, and let me tell you what, this was probably the best pass of the night by far. A to B, 5-second pass. After we made that lick, I had all confidence in the world that I was going to be able to be very competitive all the way to the end. But just like any other track, the track will change over time. And even though we're into the next round against John Askey, we got the left lane, which we didn't have a good pass on before. But we're sure going to give it a try and send it.
Okay, so we made it through a buy run where we actually threw a little bit of shock settings, a little bit of tire pressure at the car. We actually came on 2-step, and it really, really liked it. So we're going to do that again here for the semifinals against John Askey. 1,500 horsepower, S650 turbo Coyote. Super fast. You just made a really good pass against Cody and put him on the trailer. Lot of good stick shift going on right now. So, all right. So what I'm doing here is every 2 passes, I flip my slicks on a stick shift car. It always hits pretty hard and loads up and feathers the tire pretty good. So I'll get another 2 good passes out of this, which should be semis and finals if we get that lucky. So got to stay humble, you know, get it done. We've been doing this for years. Every 2 passes on the slicks.
This is the semifinals with John Askey. Whoever wins this round is into at least $750 and a chance at winning the finals for $1,300. Again, the track changed a little bit, and I don't think my car was pretty much ready for it. Going A to B is what all that matters. Sometimes in racing, you just got to let things go. Car got upset in second gear. I tried to recover in third and scramble, and it just was too loose to try to recover. It is what it is. That's racing, and going A to B safely is all that really matters. Congratulations to John. He's in the finals against Chris Markham, and both of those guys are going home with a stack of cash. Unfortunately, I don't have a finals to show you, as one of the cars broke that was in the finals, so there was an automatic win for John Askey with the points and the $1,300. So congratulations to him and his team. They did great all night. Here's a couple runs from our friends here at Stick Shift that I did manage to catch some footage of. Guys, I just love racing, and I hope you enjoy some of the videos that we do, and I do appreciate you watching. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, check out that join button, become a member. But I just appreciate you guys watching. I thank y'all. I love y'all. We'll see you at the next race or in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Love that shit. Oh, there you go. You got a good stick there.